You're listening to the Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
Thoughts go out to a girl who was rushing for a flight in the States. Unfortunately, when she got there, how's this for a kick in the pants? She'd recently broken up with her man and it had fallen apart. How's this? At the wedding venue that they were looking to book. They were engaged. So she's running for the plane, finally gets there, gets on the plane and sees the hubby, the to-be hubby, now ex, sitting on the plane. She's the last one to get on. Worse still, the hubby has the new girlfriend sitting next to him.
But is she seated in that same row or no?
Really
she
good
just
question.
Walked past them?
Really good question. She walks past them
We'll answer it.
and she's sitting right behind the two of them.
Does she say hello?
Yeah, says hello.
you've
Not
got
only that, she is the first seat of economy. He is the last seat of business class.
Oh, no.
Spent 5 hours staring at the back of the new couple's head. This is even better. The new girlfriend he met at the wedding venue when they were inspecting it.
Is this a true story?
This is a true story,
friend of
Sarah.
yours?
No,
It's horrible.
just going off the sheet in front of me. So I
If
found
the
it online
plane
last
comes
night.
down and you're getting out first, do you maybe give him a swift kick on the way out or
Yeah, you would.
leave him in there?
You would.
Or
Yeah,
I've always wondered that with the emergency exit, right? And I'm more than I'm
Very
very
handy.
tall,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I need to be at the emergency exit, and I'm more than happy to put my hand up and help out. But you're the first out. It's not like you can help people through.
No, you crack the door and
you
jump.
open the door.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. But I feel like you're jumping ship
Well,
first.
before you push that slide out, like the slide that they have, before you push that out, you'd push him out. And
Yeah.
then you'd put the slide out.
Gotcha.
Oh,
What, leave her on the plane?
Yeah, push both of them out and then put the slide out and save yourself and the rest of the team. It would just be the worst. Not only is your heart being ripped out and you're dealing with a horrible breakup, you're thinking, where am I going to see them again? Are they seeing anybody else?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, they are. Next thing you know, you're sitting 30 centimetres behind them.
I know.
And she goes on to say, we never flew business class together.
Of course not.
So he's got the new girlfriend. He's trying to impress. He splashed his cash on the big seats up the front of the plane. And there she sat for 5 hours staring at the back of the couple. I mean, if you were the new girlfriend, just to rub it in, would you do a bit of head-on-shoulder gear?
I don't think you'd.
Would you do an arm around?
Sort of thing.
With a little bit of...
No.
And you put your seats back, wouldn't you?
You know what you would? On in-flight entertainment, you'd look for Love Actually or something, some kind of rom-com.
What, and
Just
cry
to
all
go-
the way?
and then just fake laugh the whole time. Hugh Grant, he's so funny, isn't he?
Yeah, like having a good time. See, if I was the single girl, right, that's had her gut ripped out, heart ripped out, I would then try and find somebody else on the plane that was single, hopefully the person next to me, just start making out heavily.
Well, you
Just a
can't
lot of
because you've
work.
got a fear of flying, so
Well,
it'd be
no,
hard
well,
to pick up
You'd
when
be
you're sitting in
unconscious.
your seat going,
Yeah, but you know what? I'd be 5 reds in, confidence would be high. I'd just be trying to kiss anybody. Who can help me here? Who can help me?
That's the pilot, sir. You're going to have to get out of the cockpit.
I think they're beautiful. Here we go. Kelly and Mount Annan. You were stuck with your partner's ex, is that right?
That's right. In my yoga class. So very small and intimate, and in she walked. Thankfully, there was only a spot at the front, so I got to stare at the back of her the whole time and not the other way round.
Right. So you're the new girlfriend, is that right, Kelly? And the ex was in the class.
No, my ex's wife, so I'm the old one.
Did you acknowledge her at all, Kelly? Was there any chat at all?
No, we looked at each other, so we were well aware that we were both there. And then, obviously, I go to yoga a lot more. I'd never seen her there before, so I knew my moves a lot better, so I thought I looked better.
Okay, so
Did
you did put on the better yoga show.
Did you?
That's it.
Have you got the better rig as well? I mean, is that the? Did you go? Oh God, really you want to go with that?
Look at that slob
When
up
you
the
could have
front.
had this.
Whoa.
Yeah, look, she's not too bad. I must give her that. But anyway.
She's attracted as well.
Have you
Girls
kept
haven't-
going back to that yoga class, or did you say to her, hey, This is my class. Get out.
Look, I have kept going back to show that, but I've never seen her again. So that's
There you
also
go.
good.
Because Kelly, a mate of mine, when he broke up with a girlfriend, they'd been going to the same places. They had their favourite cafes, they had their favourite restaurants and all this sort of stuff. They basically drew up a line. They drew a line down the middle and said, okay, that cafe can be yours. I won't go there. That restaurant can be mine. That park can be yours. Because they didn't want to bump into each other. They didn't want the awkwardness of it.
It also,
It is awkward.
and not many people know, but that's how Bikram yoga started. When an ex was in there and someone started sweating profusely, and they went, "This is a great idea.
Okay.
We need to get a yoga class where everyone sweats the
I
whole
lost
time."
5 kilos doing yoga. Wow. What was it?
Watching my ex do yoga. Instead of having your ex in there the whole time, they just cranked up the heat.
Unbelievable.
That's how it started.
Then
Not many
everybody
people
wins.
know that.
Greg, hello.
Hello, guys. How you doing?
Greg, where'd you get stuck with your ex, mate?
This was my fault. Many years ago, I was
Okay,
about to
Greg.
break up with a girl, and I thought, let's do the right thing, and we'll go away for one last weekend, and I'll tell her while we're away, that it's probably not working out, but and so did that while we're up the Central Coast, and I didn't really think it through because then we had to drive all the way back to Sydney, and to make matters worse, I was towing our boat and my boat, and the wheel seized up on the trailer as we were coming back down the freeway.
Oh, no, Greg.
So we had to sit there and wait for hours and hours, just the two of us in the car, waiting for a tow truck to come and pick up the boat. And tell you what, if looks could kill,
The
I
wheel
wouldn't be
seized
here
up.
right now.
Your heart seized up.
Why would you book a weekend away to dump someone, Greg? Like, there's a real misconnect here.
Come on, Greggy.
Well, she was a nice girl, and I was working in hospitality, and everyone knew everyone's business, right, before anything happened.
Yep.
And I'm like, nah, I'll do this away from everybody else, and so it's a clean kind of
Clean cut, Greg.
That's what happens when you're 18, 19. You don't really think things through
don't.
very well back
You know,
then, do
Greg,
you?
I commend you for your efforts. Shame about the boat to start with. I hope it's back out there and having good fish. I had a similar situation in that I was with a girl living interstate, and she was going back to where she was from for the weekend, and she broke up with me at the airport just before the flight. So we were sitting in this cafe in the sort of near the departure lounge. 15 minutes before the flight, she says, "I can't do it anymore. I don't want to do this long distance stuff." Ripped my heart out, and then went to get on the plane. Just before she got on the plane, it then got delayed.
Why were you still there,
I'm
you
at the-
lingerer?
I'm at the airport there.
Oh,
and
as
then
a keno hanging
but
around, you could have left.
trying to hear someone that had flown over to see me for a weekend,
So
and I was there, not begging, mate, almost just being polite to say, hey, we can still be friends,
Why
even
didn't
though
you
we
just
might
drop her
not
off?
Because I was there. You take
Wow.
your loved one to get on the plane.
Yeah, but
says.
you're not her loved one. She said nick
Well,
off, and you're still lingering at the gate.
Yeah, but I was just in the cafe on the side, and I thought this is going to be time to. And
What
then
a
the wheel
peanut.
seized up on my boat.
Wow, so you had a fear of flying, she had a fear of hairy men.
How funny
Wow.
if she didn't actually live interstate. She staged the whole thing and then didn't want to get on the fake plane, so said there's a delay, and you still won't leave.
Sarah, don't try and create a hypothetical when I was a broken man. And
You
she
were a
prob-
broken
she
up
would,
with
She
man.
would miss me now.
All right, where'd you
Let's
run into the
establish
ex?
Not from
Where'd-
100 k's out, she would.
Richard and Wilson, where'd you get stuck with your ex, buddy?
It was at a wedding.
Oh, gosh.
Go on.
Yeah, so were you seated near her?
Yeah, well, a funny story. So pretty much we were friends of the bride and groom. So when we were together, we got invited to be part of the bridal party. So obviously we went our own separate ways, and I moved on and got a new partner and ended up going to the wedding. I was one of the groomsmen, and the ex was one of the bridesmaids, and we were paired up together.
Oh, no.
I had to walk in the reception at the dance, get all the photos with her.
Richard,
it was so awkward.
Who broke up with who, mate? Did you end the relationship or did she?
I ended the relationship and moved on, but it was just so awkward just being there, and the new girlfriend was like a guest as well. She was there watching, and it was just the awkwardest time of my life.
Did the bride and groom not know your history? Because why would they pair you up like that?
Well, I did ask them if we could swap around, but it was already organised.
No,
They
that's
wanted
ridiculous.
everyone.
And did the ex try and get hot and heavy with you, Richard?
No, definitely. There was definitely like awkwardness there and a bit of hostility towards each other. So it wasn't a very good place to be.
I tell you what, you've got some free jokes there if you're the MC for the day, aren't you? Aren't you just honing in on those two the whole day?
Put the spotlight on it.
Nathan on the Central Coast, where did you get stuck with your ex?
Hey guys. Look, I work for a company in childcare, and I worked for the company for a few years, and had a messy breakup. I turned up at the end of year Christmas party, and lo and behold, there's my ex there at a campus that had just been acquired from the company.
Oh no! So, were you going to work for that one as well, Nath, or no? You just saw her at the Christmas party.
Yeah, no. So everyone in the region gets together for the Christmas party, and ironically, she was working in the region at the time, so it was super awkward. Turning up at Luna Park for a supposed beautiful party, and your ex is standing there looking at you and staring daggers through you. So
and
it's a little bit awkward.
You always want to make sure you look good too if you're going to bump into your ex, don't you? You want to make them realise what they're missing.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, I think probably if you're being rude, I moved into the payroll part of things, and ironically, I did her termination through the company anyway. So.
You terminated her, mate.
Yeah, so I guess it's...
I'm sorry, we'll have to decline this application.
That would have been an awesome day for you. Monique's giving us a call from Campbelltown. Where did you get stuck with your ex?
Last week at a psychic reading event.
Psychic reading event. Okay, so the two of you are... Yep.
Yeah. So basically, I'm with my best friend. He's with his whole family, so his new girlfriend, and his brother, the fiance, and I'm sitting directly across from his mum as well.
Yeah.
And then he gets picked for a question, gives it to his girlfriend, and the psychic's like, "Oh, you guys are going to be together forever."
Nailed it.
No! Worst night of your life, Mon.
It's all right. Look, I've moved on, but it's funny because he actually messaged me that night saying, "Oh, hey, sorry I didn't say hello."
He's digging around again.
Yeah, he's on the sniff. Thanks, Mon.
Julia and Holsworthy, last call. Where'd you find your ex?
Hi.
School information session, you there?
Well, yeah, go on, Julia. Start again.
Yeah, so we had a school information session. My ex, with his new partner, turned up at a sex education class.
Oh, sex education.
What? So, what were you doing there, Julia?
I had my own children. Our children are the same age.
Yeah.
And, his children to the new partner were there as well.
Did you put your hand up and say, one thing you should never do, knowing it was something he'd done in the past?
Trust a man. Did you...
Oh, very awkward, very awkward. Limited eye contact,
Yep.
no words said.
Did your kids ask any questions?
My son had a very interesting question on the way home as to how his younger sister was made.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
And you said, well, it didn't involve the guy that was sitting 3 rows behind us. I know that much.
Yes, interesting.
Great call, Julia.
Big... I don't know if I should say it.
Big
We'll
energy.
go for it anyway. Dad, when...
Oh, no.
Dad realised at school, at my school, when I was at school, it was like, it took him to about year 12 to realise that
You were struggling.
one of the other kids' mums was an ex-girlfriend of his.
So he'd forgotten about her.
He didn't realise, he just didn't know, he didn't put it together, and then he turned up to his parent night and saw her and went, I'm pretty sure that's so-and-so.
Wow.
And then went up and said, would you like to have coffee?
Oh,
She said no.
Was he honest with Christine? Did she know the whole time that he was flirting with his ex?
I don't think he was flirting. I don't think
Well,
my dad...
asking her for coffee.
Well, I
Wow,
think she
John.
felt bad all those years ago about how the breakup happened.
Gosh.
And then wanted to almost make it up to her all this time down the track.
We all know if you have a night out and you ask someone back to your house for a coffee, we know what that means.
So you're suggesting from a daytime meeting, which was the
Yep.
parent gathering, that
Yep.
my dad was after a bit of an afternoon delight with one of the other mums?
Oh my gosh, John, I would have
Big
never
John.
pictured
I never looked at it like that. I never looked at it like that.
You're listening to the Fitzy and Whipper podcast.